Welcome, Josh Berman from the Berman Investment Group. Here tonight to talk about D.ALSY, the very exciting launch of D.ALSY coming January 4th in less than in 2 days, but less than 2 days because it's nighttime on the 2nd. Wanted to once again go through the presentation, play a little bit of the video as well as some of the interview from Anna Becker. Like I did on all the previous calls for those people who have not been on previous calls, or for those of you that just want to learn it better, because to be honest with you, the more I heard it, the better I understood it. So I put together a video that I'm going to play for you guys that will include a whole presentation, as well as I said, video and some interviews time with Anna Becker, Dr. Anna Becker. And then after that, I'm going to spend some time live like this, going through some setup. I hope most of you that are going in already have your already have your TRON in your Clever wallet, because for some people it's been a very easy getting TRON, and for others, including myself, it has not been easy. So hopefully most of you have already done it, but for those of you that haven't, we're going to go through setup tonight and all the possible ways to do it and the workarounds when you have problems, because now I've been through them all. And then I will do a full Q&A session where I answer any and every question that you guys have. And I will also be available throughout the night tonight, as well as tomorrow, to make sure that everybody is set up and ready to go. You really want to make sure that if you are not set up, that you get set up right after this call, because it may be easy. And if it's easy, it takes a little more than a few minutes. But for some people, again, like myself, the setup has been a little bit harder in terms of buying TRON, or even, to be honest, buying Bitcoin to convert to TRON. So anyway, I'm going to start the share my screen and start the video now. You can see my
Josh Berman here from the Berman Investment Group.
My other Josh
here
Berman.
Tonight to talk about a very exciting opportunity that at the time of recording is not even launched yet, called D.ALSY, launching 12/21, December 21st in 2020. I am very excited about this opportunity. It has amazing return potentials in the trading alone, and by either being part of my group and our bigger group at UIGI and being in early will bring amazing extra reward opportunities. And if you decide to share this, it can be explosive reward opportunities. So I'm very, very excited to jump in today. Before I get started actually with the presentation, I actually just wanted to get started real quick with a quick little 2-minute video on D.ALSY. So here we go.
What is a paradigm shift? An important change that happens every few decades when the usual way of thinking about or doing something is replaced by a new and different way. Examples include capitalization, which now includes crowdfunding, allowing even the smallest contributor to become part of something extraordinary. Cryptocurrency, which is redefining global wealth acquisition and transference in a spectacular fashion. And artificial intelligence, which represents not only the future of all mankind, but has already disrupted several massive industries, most notably commodity and currency trading, which requires informed and calculated decisions transacted at the speed of light. For the first time in history, we're proud to announce the combining of all three of these paradigm shifts into one to create the Paradigm Revolution. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the world's only decentralized artificial intelligence system, known as D.ALSY. By combining crowdfunding and cryptocurrency, and spearheaded by the revolutionary developments in artificial intelligence by ENDOTECH, the Paradigm Revolution is now a reality. All these groundbreaking technologies have been combined and are now offered utilizing D.ALSY's unique referral system. Now, anyone with a computer or mobile phone can, from the safety of their home, create significant wealth to change their family's future forever. Welcome to the Paradigm Revolution. Welcome to D.ALSY. The future is now.
what you learned in that 2-minute clip is the 3 amazing things that are being put together into this one platform, D.ALSY. I shouldn't say things. 3 paradigm shifts, 3 industry disruptors. Okay, the first is crowdfunding. Okay, the ability to be involved as part of a project without having millions of dollars. You can be a part and own a piece of, in this case, ENDOTECH, the company behind the D.ALSY project. And the second one is cryptocurrency. As many of you know, if you've been with me in other platforms or been following me for a while or in my group, you know that a lot of our investments, if they're not in Forex or passive e-commerce opportunities, are in the cryptocurrency space. A lot of what we've been doing is in Bitcoin. This one is actually in TRON. For those of you that have not been following what's been happening with Bitcoin, it has been skyrocketing. Even just in the last 24 hours, when I'm recording this, it broke the 20,000 mark for the first time, then broke 21, then broke 22, then broke 23. I think it's a little under 23 right now. But this is at 4,000 earlier this year.
It's amazing that this is not even a week old. And this is actually, it's just over a week old. This is right before Christmas. And now look, we're over 31 or 32,000.
And it's not stopping anytime soon. But this is dealing with what we think could be the next really explosive cryptocurrency, TRON. And TRON specifically works with smart contracts. Okay, this is a decentralized smart contract. So what that means is, and we'll go through this actually in the presentation, so maybe I should wait, there's no company. There's no, even some of the best investments that were in this, MTI, CashFX, they're fabulous, solid, great investments. But in each of those, it's still centralized. You're putting your money in MTI. You're putting your money in CashFX. This is not that. This is a smart contract, meaning everything is programmed into the computer system, software. And there's no person or company behind it once it is set up. So the entire smart contract is developed and written and programmed into the computer system, and then it can never change. So there's never, when you're owed money, there's never anybody waiting to press a button saying, should we send Mr. Berman money? Let's see, do we have enough money in our account? No, it goes instantly. When you earn money, other than in your trading profits, because your trading profits stay in there until you withdraw them, in all of the other money you make in D.ALSY, it's paid to your account instantly. And not your account in D.ALSY, your Clever wallet, which is your wallet. It's the equivalent of, for those of you that use Coinbase and all that now for Bitcoin, this will be your Coinbase for your TRON. It's paid instantly in nanoseconds to your wallet because it's a smart contract that is programmed into the computer system and nobody's behind it. No pulling levers, no potentially manipulation, nobody pushing buttons. It's incredible. And then the third one is the AI, artificial intelligence. As a lot of you know, there's a lot of AI and bots and things like that that are, offered throughout the financial technology, field for trading. There are some great ones, there are some good ones, there are some horrible ones. This company and the woman behind this company, the founder, Dr. Anna Becker, are top experts in the field and have been achieving incredible results for their clients over the last handful of years. And now they are creating their super AI, the next generation of AI for this D.ALSY project. And that's part of what the crowdfunding is funding, is the D.ALSY AI program. So without further ado, I think it's time to dig into this presentation. So let's go. So very important little legal disclaimer. This is not one of our regular investments that we do where you're putting in a certain amount of money and it's being used only for trading and that's what you're investing in and you're making an investment. This is not really an investment in that way. It is a crowdfund opportunity where you are getting some of your money put in the AI trading that you will receive or should receive profits from. And some of that is going into to fund this project, and some of it funds this matrix where you can make a lot of money. But you are not really making what we consider a traditional investment, where you're putting in $100 that's going into trading. Half of it goes into trading, or 70% goes into trading, depending on your level, and you're really buying into the crowdfund opportunity. As we talked about, DAISY stands for Decentralized Artificial Intelligence System. Decentralized is the part about the smart contract, where there is no company. It is just a programmed, so all the information I'm about to show you is programmed into the system. So it can't change. You're paid what you're paid because it's programmed that way. They can't offer promotions. They can't change the deal. They can't hold your money. They can't do any of that stuff. It's decentralized, completely decentralized. It's one of the reasons behind cryptocurrency, even though there's a lot of cryptocurrency opportunities that are still centralized in a different way. They're centralized sometimes through the company you do them with, even though your money is decentralized. Artificial intelligence is obviously the AI, the whole bot system. And there you are, the system. All right. So what is DAISY? DAISY is an equity crowdfunding model for financial technologies. Okay, so you will be getting equity in ENDOTECH, the company behind DAISY, when you purchase your crowdfunding pack at whichever level you buy. It's a decentralized smart contract, not a company. I don't need to stick on this because I've mentioned it already twice, but this is a huge point. There's not a company controlling the levers. The company built it. It is programmed in. Picture like the most legal contract the best lawyer in the world can make, and that makes everything exactly as it's supposed to be and agreed upon, and it's programmed into a system. And then once it's put into the system, it's a readable only file, right? It's not, you can't make any changes. You can't make additions, you can't make changes, you can't hold payments, you can't do any of that stuff. It's all programmed in. It's incredible. Because of that, it is a model where everybody can win. Profits from trading, profits from a lot of other things, equity in ENDOTECH, and lots of different opportunities for other income revenue streams. The crowdfunding currently that you are contributing to when you join DAISY is, as I mentioned, the ENDOTECH DAISY AI project. That is for the AI, super AI technology, which we'll go into in further detail. Contributors, that's all of us, receive exclusive stock equity and profit rewards. That's why everybody wins. So whether this is a system where if you put in money and you refer some people or refer a lot of people, you will do extremely well, extremely well. But this is also a system where if you don't refer a single person, you should also do very well from trading profits and other matrix money that you actually have the ability to have access to by not bringing anybody in a couple levels, and I'll show you in a minute, and by being in my group and in early, hopefully, you will also get spillover. Let's start digging in a little bit. So what is DAISY AI? It's a decentralized AI system that's developed by ENDOTECH. We talked about this. It's the next generation of AI trading. As we'll see in a couple minutes, you guys will see in a couple minutes, this company has been achieving incredible results, between 300 and 1,500% a year for their clients. This is the next generation, which is supposed to do up to 4 times those results. I mean, these are like mind-blowing numbers. DAISY AI will significantly multiply the current AI performance that we talked about. DAISY AI is the first project being capitalized by the DAISY crowdfund. DAISY AI is going to receive $10 million for development from the referral plan. And DAISY AI is ENDOTECH's path to becoming a public company. So at the end of 2021, they're going to go public, and we are all going to have shares of this company, equity in this company. So who is ENDOTECH? It's the first technology partner for DAISY crowdfunding, because they are the technology company behind the building of DAISY. And as you'll see as we dig in a little bit further, their reputation is tremendous, and Dr.ANNA reputation is top of her field. They're a global fintech company, financial technology company specializing in AI trading systems. This is what they do. This is what they do. They develop AI systems for trading, specifically in the cryptocurrency market, Forex coming later. They have a roadmap to complete DAISY AI and be publicly traded in 2022. They're currently providing AI trading systems for top financial institutions. Before the DAISY project, where you can get in with $100 up to $100,000, they used to only take on very rich clients or top financial institutions. They have a proven track record of high performance results, and they're founded by Dr.ANNA, who is one of the top AI experts and scientists in the world. Here's some information on Dr. Anna Becker. There's a lot. You guys can read this on your own. The presentation is available. She's mind-blowingly impressive. I've seen a couple interviews with her. The parts that I understood were amazing. The parts I didn't understand were just because she's so brilliant and understands every aspect of the technical side that, you know, some of it is way above my head. But her achievements, you know, speak for themselves. One story that I've, you know, heard many times is all over the internet is when she was 19 years old, there was this mathematical formula that the biggest, most experienced mathematicians in the world and scientists in the world could not figure out. And Dr. Anna Becker at 19 years old figured out this mathematical formula. And then they made her a professor at that local university at 19 years old before she was even in university or completed university rather. And then now she's had this, you know, very long career in AI. For more than 20 years, she's been a top, you know, scientist in the AI field. She's also been put on different committees and commissions in the industry because she is such a well-respected, you know, top, you know, person in the field. Again, some more stuff on Dr. Anna Becker. Okay, so I think right now I'm going to take a quick pause because what I want to do is show you part of an interview with Anna Becker that explains their trading philosophy, because there was a lot of talk when some information started coming out about DAISY. There was a lot of questions about how much are we making per day, how much are we making per week, how much are we make, you know, like what's the return, and the reason why there was so much unclarity is because, well, two reasons. One, they don't really operate on a daily or even a weekly situation. What I mean by that is MTI, CashFX, some of the other, you know, bots out there, they work very similar in terms of they make a whole bunch of trades all day long. Most of them, a lot of them are in the positive, some are in the negative. There's more positive than negative, and they end up making a little bit of money every day. And if they do it every day, that's great. That's not what ENDOTECH does. ENDOTECH catches trends. So there could be times when you have no trades open, where you have trades open for a while and they don't close, and then all of a sudden they will catch a trend and make a crap ton of money. So I want to stop for a quick second here before I go into these slides and go to that interview.
Let's keep talking. I would love for you to just maybe brag a little bit about the performance that ENDOTECH version 1, the current generation of AI. And certainly, guys, I want to say that past performance in no way, shape, or form guarantees future results. And we want to always be true to that message and understand that, hey, when we talk about past performance, it doesn't guarantee any type of future results. It's not indicative of a future outcome. But you guys have had some pretty impressive results with some of your strategies, like the alpha strategy. I was looking at the leverage strategy that you launched in September, and my gosh, I mean, it's 300 to 400% in 90 days. I mean, this is an amazing accomplishment. So maybe brag a little bit in the context, of course, that we're not guaranteeing future results, but maybe talk a little bit about the philosophy that your system.
I'd love to know. Actually, when you were talking, it's like I was comparing myself to the athlete that got already the medal, right? I feel that this year I got the medal for modeling because we got these results, but I'm so preoccupied of how to take it to the next level that it feels uncomfortable to brag about the past. Let's talk about the way we did it. It's more appropriate. Our view of the market, I did myself many interviews of the hedge fund managers and guys that did the modeling about how they view the market and why they think their systems are successful. And we use the phrase saying that, tell me your story, how you see the market. What is your story? So our story is fairly simple. We're saying that markets are volatile, young markets are expressing trending behavior, and we, using AI, pattern recognition, and other elements, are able dynamically to create a system that knows how to catch the trend. So statistically, you have over 6% on average move of Bitcoin a day. So you have very high probability that you will have trends. So what we know to do is whenever you have a trend, and if you just looked at the trend for the last 3 years, you have lots of trends of 60% and up in Ether. Let's take Ether for them. So in Ether, if you're looking at the trend, you have look at the beginning of the trend and the trend, let's say bullish trend, right? So our goal is to know what is the pattern of entering the trend, how it enters the trend. So catching, using this pattern at the beginning, and our accuracy, and this is a very important term for us, is to be very close to the optimal point. So if the trend starts at this point, we are losing 5% of the upper move, right? And then our exit, here we're allowing much more loss, right? Considering like accuracy from the top point. So here we're allowing up to even 40% of the loss in the move. And the reason is because the trends are so long that we don't want to miss it, because sometimes when you took already 20%, you're saying, wow, it's enough. Especially if it's leveraged, right? You say, wow, I took 100%, it's enough. But then you have additional 40% going up, and then you can, kill yourself for not taking them.
This is the part that's that's important, because a lot of you have heard about, a lot of the videos and about how it's important to compound. This is what she's talking about right here. So people will all of a sudden get this big hit of 100%, 200%, 300%. They'll be like, wow, this is my big payday. And they'll take their money out. And then the people that stay in do a lot better. And like she said, if you're a modeler who does these models, if you pull out too early from a trend, you messed up, even if you made 300%.
Very hard emotionally for any person who's doing modeling that we took too close. And this is our strength, that we know how to catch these long trends and how to protect ourselves from the other periods that don't express this trendy behavior. So our system is based on this pattern recognition, on the ability to catch trends with very high accuracy at the entry and moderate accuracy at the exit, right? And to be very clean on the rest of the performance, where we have manageable losses. We have manageable losses that, again, here I do want to talk about this, because what to expect. So you can expect from our system that whenever trends are going on, we will catch them. Of course, it can be 1 or 2 trends that will not follow the pattern behavior, and it will be too late or something. Till now, we have excellent years. We caught everything right at the right point. And then during the very stable periods when market doesn't know where to go, you will see either stable performance or losing performance, right? But what I'm saying is that this is excellent opportunity. By the end of this period, this is what we do. We do for our internal money, that once we experience this extremely stressful periods where our clients and we lose money, we start to increase our capital, because here is the great point for market to go up. So that's when we launched our leverage strategies in full speed in November, when we experienced this huge run, and then our clients took 100% just few short weeks. So that's our current approach. But of course, it's really the approach is huge to current situation of the market. Next year will be different. Maybe other algorithms will be more in use for the fund. So I'm not saying that this specific usage that we did this year will be exact that what we will do next year. Right. And specifically for Forex and other markets, there are completely different approaches to take the market, different time frames, different everything. Actually, I can talk for hours about why we're choosing this resolution and not that resolution, why it's affects. Another thing, why we're using money management, portfolio management, like all the elements, and lots of elements in place to make it success. Because if you're just trying to catch the prediction, you will not be able to manage this amount of money and even your own money, because you need system of how to do trading, of how to do money management, and so on. So for us, it took us a long time to build the system, also to build AI that helps us and to help us manage it. I'm bubbling, so let's go.
Oh, it's great. No, I love it, because I love what you're saying. I think it's important for everyone to understand that in this particular market of digital currency, and again, Forex is a different market, and of course in phase 2, we will be expanding into Forex and equities, and we have a big future there as well. But in the digital currency space, we're not dealing with high frequency trading with your AI systems. It's really catching these trends. And this is important because I get the question a lot, well, what's the daily ROI? And that's the wrong question to ask in this type of environment. Because there may be months where there's only a few trades because you're entering, once you confirm, and let's say that a trend is going up and it's confirmed, then it enters, right?
Yes, and then you can plan for, yes. And it's a very important question because we were pushed by many clients to think about high frequency systems. And what I'm saying is that in specific markets like crypto market, where you have very high commissions, you have very high cost of execution, you have very low liquidity, you cannot go to high frequency. So you need to be comfortable with tactical investment. You need to look at this as investment, not as trading. You're investing, but this investment can help you to reach your results, your goals in a year time, not in day time, even weeks time. It's more about a year.
So as you saw in that interview, you really need to look at this as not how much am I going to make every day, how much am I going to make every week, how much am I going to make every month, but more of a long-term strategy that this company knows what they're doing. The money that does go into the trading, they will catch those trends this year and they will make us a lot of money in the trading. So now let's dig back into the presentation. Okay, so this is the slide that they just showed during that interview. As you can see, this one, type of, because they have lots of different platforms. So this one platform did an average annual return of 800%. Okay, mind-blowing numbers. This is the one that they referenced in there as well. This is one that she said it did about 200% in a few weeks. And over this 2 month and 10 days, it did almost 300%. And for those of you that are used to some of the other programs that talk in including your original investment, they would include this as a 400%. They put in 10,000 and they now have 40,000, which is 4 times their money, or 400%. But it's a 300% profit, 400%, including your money. Here's a little sample of what the app will look like when D.ALSY launches. As you can see here, this is like if you buy the 100 level, here's the $100. Half of your money goes into the trading and then half of your money goes into other things. So as you can see, it goes into the crowdfunding aspect, which goes into other things. So $50 goes into the trade fund and $50 goes into crowdfunding, and you have 1 share because you earn 1 share from the first level pack. Okay, this is 2 more screenshots here. This will show the crowdfunding aspects. This will show what's happening with the crowdfunding, how everything's going, and then here's your the fund, which is the trading, and you'll see how your money is, is trading. So in this case, you have $50 and you now have, or no, there was $750 that went in, and you're now showing a balance of $1,007 in this scenario. Here's their roadmap to going public. Number of other things on here. I'm not really gonna. They started in 2012. They started doing. They had an evaluation of $100 million in 2020. They started doing their trading and all of that stuff for their big clients after everything was developed in 2017. So they've been doing this for over 3 years. And obviously in 2021, or right before 2021, is when D.ALSY AI and all that is launching. And in 2022, ENDOTECH plans to go public. Oh, in 2022 also, they're going to be adding Forex to the platform as well. So here's how us as contributors can get rewards. There are up to 10 crowdfunding tiers to choose from, starting at $100. So it pretty much doubles. It goes from like 100 to 200 to 400 to 800 to 1500, and it goes from there. So 3100, etc. But what's very important is when you're buying whatever level you want to buy at, you have to buy every level up to and including it. So whatever level you want to buy, you have to buy up to and including that level. So if you want to buy level 7, you can't just buy whatever the price is for level, the contribution is for level 7. You have to put in the contribution for level 1 through 7. If you want to do level 4, you have to do contribution for level 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you want 10, you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. So that's how the system works, but you can start at just $100. Okay. Every contributor gets their equal share of 5% ENDOTECH stock. So their 5% ENDOTECH stock goes to all of us. How many shares you get is determined by how many pack or what levels you buy, and I'll show you that on the next page. 50 to 70% of the contribution goes to trading. So for the first, I always forget, 6 or 7 levels, it does 50%, and the last 3 it does 70%, and I'll show you that on the next slide as well. 70% of the trading profits go back to the contributor. So that means that 70% of the money we make in trading comes back to us personally. And then 15% goes into the referral plan, so that goes to your sponsor and in the matrix, and then 15% goes to ENDOTECH. Contributors can withdraw rewards at any time, trading rewards at any time. Okay. The other rewards you don't have to withdraw because they go paid instantly. So most of your rewards, your matrix and all that, you're paid instantly. And your other rewards for your trading, you can withdraw at any time. You cannot take out your funding from your plan. So if you put in $100, you can't change your mind and take back your $100. But any money you make from trading from that $50 that goes there, you can take that out at any time. Okay, so this just kind of shows you a little thing on the smart contract. We've talked about basically all of this. I don't really need to go through this, but basically you make your contribution, you know, that goes into half into or 70% depending on what level into the D.ALSY fund, into live trading. The other half or 30% goes into the crowd fund, and 46% of that money, up to 46% of that money, goes into the referral plan, meaning that it's not like all of that goes into ENDOTECH, because obviously when you're crowdfunding, you're funding this company to do the amazing work that they're doing. But up to 46% of that money is actually going to go to the referral plan, not to the company itself, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so why did they choose TRON blockchain? TRON allows automated interaction between members and D.ALSY. So it means completely decentralized. There's no need for a middleman. You don't even need a Coinbase type wallet. If you've noticed, if you've downloaded Clever with a K, you've noticed that you don't even put a name in. There's no verification. You're just a wallet address with a password and a 12-word password recovery. That's it. So TRON allows that to stay automated and decentralized. It removes the need for a company to be in control. Same thing. It allows all promises to be executed instantly with 100% transparency. Like I mentioned, we're about to go into the referral part of the program. When we discuss the referral part of the program, all those fees are paid instantly. So 100% of them instantly to your Clever wallet. The TRON blockchain is among the fastest and most scalable. You'll notice that also. Even with Bitcoin, if you notice when something's withdrawn, even after it's actually sent, or when you send money sometime, somewhere, it takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Sometimes it takes an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. TRON, they say, goes in nanoseconds usually. It's incredible. Low fees also for TRON, and it's a very high performing smart contract, low costs. TRON is a top emerging decentralized app platform with a very, very big future. Read up on TRON. There's a lot going on with TRON outside of D.ALSY, and D.ALSY is going to be huge for TRON also. And TRON tokens are expected to rise in value. As I mentioned last night, Bitcoin went crazy. TRON TRX did as well. So, benefits of a member if you do not refer anybody, because there's such a big, incredible referral matrix structure here that, by the way, if you don't refer anybody, well, it says right in there, there's a whole big matrix structure in this that that people think you have to refer people to make money in this, and that's not the case at all. It only just makes you a lot more money. So here are the benefits if you do not refer a single person. 0. Okay? You will own equity, so you have potential returns from selling ENDOTECH stock or receiving dividends in the future after they go public. You have potential rewards from successful trading performance of ENDOTECH's AI system. We saw what their AI system can do, the old AI system, what they consider the outdated AI systems. So the outdated AI systems that are doing 400, 300 to 1,500%, they now have something better. Okay, so we have trading rewards from those. And then very, very big, and this is true because I am blessed to be part of the United Investors Group International and to have early access, through that group. And because of the size and power of my group, there will be spillover, especially for people in early with me. But there will be spillover for a lot of people. people in my auto BTC matrix are getting spillover. We weren't in at the top of the matrix. We're getting in very close to the top of the matrix. We're getting in the very first day. We're getting in almost negative hours before, it's official launch, but before most people are in this system. So there will be spillover, and it will be real. Okay. Oh, and then of course, so this is the other part. So you'll see on the next page, there's a matrix that you open up different generations, 1 through 10. This is different from the packs you're buying. This is generations. So you open up different generations, 1 through 10, based upon how many people and money you bring in. And when I say you bring in, it's not you personally, it's your direct referrals, your personal referrals. However, every single person gets unlocked their first and second generation without bringing in anybody. You'll see this on the next chart, but there's a little preview here. It says personal referrals required is 0. Money required is 0. And you will get access to be paid on 3 members. And generation 2, 0 and 0, you will get paid on 9 members. You will get 4% of packs 1 through 7 if you're in those packs. And you will get 2% of 8 through 10 if you're in those packs. That will total 12, and this is both, $12 and $36 respectively for just 100 packs. It's only 3 and 9 people respectively. Now you're getting 4%, 9 people, right? But if you buy packs and they buy packs, 1 to 7, $4,500. 8 through 10, $16,000. Not referring a single person. And this has nothing to do with trading. Just extra money. Passive income from this opportunity. Let's move along. So this is the Crown Flood tier table. Okay? So it's the first 7 positions, the first 7 entries are 50%. Entry 8, 9, and 10, 70% of your money goes to the trading. Okay? So for example, in entry 1, if you put in $100, $50 goes to the trade account, $50 goes to Daisy Crowd. The second level, $300, because that's your total that you funded, right? Because remember, you have to do both. So if you do the 200 level, you have to do 2 and the 1. So 300 total, half goes to trade, half goes to Daisy. Same thing all the way down, right? Entry 5 is 1,600, but the total that you have to fund with all these is 3,100. Half goes, half goes. The only time that changes is when you get down to here, 8, 9, and 10. Because 70% goes to your trade, 30% goes to Daisy Crowdfund. And this shows how many shares you get in that equity. So as we saw on the other page, $100 will get you 1 share. Entry level 2 will get you 3 shares. Entry level 7 will get you 127 shares. Entry level 10 will get you 1,023 shares. Let's move on to this amazing referral plan. So we talked about the trading profits. We talked about the matrix a little bit. Now you're going to see how the matrix is going to work for you if you refer people. And remember, those first 2 levels will work for you even if you don't refer anybody. Okay? So everybody will open up those matrices. So you can have 2 matrices open, or 2 generation matrices open, or you can have up to 10 generation matrices open. And I'll show you in a minute what it takes to do this. So where's the upfront income? Because this is upfront that's paid instantly to your Clever wallet. Okay? All matrix bonus money. So everything we're about to talk about in the matrix, all matrix bonus money paid up front. Personal referral bonus, 5%. We'll talk about that in a minute, but 5% of everybody who you personally refer, paid instantly. Matrix check matching bonus. Everything that all your personal referees make in the matrix, so their personal matrix, their personal referral bonus, whatever they make, you get a 10% match of that. Meaning you don't take any of their money, but 10% of what they made, you get paid that also. There's also a pace setter revenue share bonus. We'll talk about that in a minute, and an upfront infinity bonus. Okay, so those are upfront income when it's a contract. So it's a if this happens, then this happens, and the then this is the you get paid X amount of dollars. That's what's incredible about this, and it's instantly upfront income. Okay, residual income. You have 10 generations of UNILEVEL trading bonus. That's an incredible thing in addition to the matrix. There's 2 aspects. There's the 3x10 force matrix, and there's a 10 generation UNILEVEL trading bonus. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute, and an infinity residual bonus. And for the big pace setters, for the group, the people bringing in a lot of people, there's an equity bonus as well, in addition to what you get by buying your packs. As we talked about, 5%, every single person in your first row. If you bring in one person, 5%. Does not matter what, for this, it does not matter what level you buy into. If you buy a $100 pack and you bring in someone who buys entry level 10, you will get 5% of that $100 and however many $1,000, $101,000, whatever it is. You will get 5% of that. There is a matrix that won't open. A lot of your matrices won't open. You won't open a 200 matrix, a 400 matrix, or any of those matrices. But your personal referral, you get what 5% of whatever they bring in. Okay, so here's a little situation when there's no spillover because everybody fills in their people. But here's a situation when spillover happens when people don't have enough people. So this guy didn't have enough people, so this person actually goes and moves down and becomes spillover, you know, from whoever, someone above you. Okay, so this is the generations that we're talking about. Okay, so this is how many members you have access to get paid on by opening up these matrices. Okay, so you have matrix 1 through 10, as we saw earlier. 3 and 9 are the first two. Now all of these require you bring in a certain amount of people and money, and we'll show you on a slide in a minute. And this is the access it gives you. So you hit level 10, and actually because of a special they're doing at the beginning of this, the first 30 days, pay setter bonus. If you hit level 9 or hit any level, they will automatically upgrade you to the next level. So if you hit level 9, you actually get 10. If you hit level 3, you get 4, etc. So, and this will happen for every single one pack that you buy. So as you can see, this is the 100 pack here. Okay, if I buy a 200 pack, I will have access to all of these members, whichever generation I open up. I'll show you that later. So there's two things here. There's the entry level packs, okay, that will open up your 100, 200, 400, etc. matrices. And then you have your matrix generations, which you earn by how many people, direct referrals you bring in, and how much money. Okay, so if you have earned level 10 or you earn level 4, whatever you earned, you earned. And then whatever packs you buy, that's how many of those matrices will open. So if you have level 10 and you have only 100, you'll have this one matrix. If you have level 10, but you also want a 200, you'll have this matrix. If you also want a 400, you'll have this matrix. You'll have a matrix for every single pack that you buy. Okay, so here's that chart to show you how many people you need to bring in to get the different generations. Okay, so as you can see here, again, 1 and 2, you need nobody. Okay, 3, you need 3 people and $1,000. 1,000 total, not per person. It's total money. So that's nothing. It's a little over $300 per person. Okay, here, next one, 6 people, $2,000. Again, a little over $300 a person. 9 people, $4,000. Again, a little over $400 a person. Okay? 12 people, $8,000. Still less than about $400 some odd dollars a person. Not that much. And look at the access that this opens you up to. Now again, I'll show you in a second, jump in the slides here, but whatever you earn in the first 30 days, they will bump you one level. So if you earn 5, even though you're only supposed to have access to 243 members to get paid on, they're going to bump you to 6 and you'll have 729. You get up to 6 and you have 729, they're going to give you 2187. You get 2187, level 7, they'll bump you to 8. And again, the top, 88,000 people, 59,000 people. This is insane. Look at some of these numbers. So this is if they just buy the 100 tier. If that's all you have open and that's all you're benefiting from. So if you bring in 24 people and $128,000, but really 21 and 64 in 30 days, because then they'll bump you here. Okay, you'll have access to 59,000 people. If all of them only buy the 100 tier, you'll make $239,000. Even if you only buy the 100 tier. If you buy the 100 tier, bring in 21 people and $64,000 in the first 30 days, they will bump you to here. You will make, when your matrix fills up with this 59,000 people, you will make $239,000, just under. When you and they buy up into the bigger packs and you go all the way into 7s, 7 is $12,000. You can make just under $30 million. This is smart contract program in, so it's not like, oh my God, the company's like, no, we're not giving them $30 million. Doesn't matter. There's no company. The contract pays you. It's guaranteed when your matrix fills in if you do your job in terms of how many people and money you have to bring in. So matrix check matching bonus. This is what we were talking about earlier. So any money that your people make in the matrix, your direct people, your personal referrals. So in that scenario, if you bring in someone that makes, let's say, that $239,000, by just bringing them in and them achieving that, you get a 10% match. You will make $23,900 just on their check match. Mind blowing. This is what I was talking about the pace setter bonuses. Okay, so in the first 30 days, any level that you hit, they will bump you up. So if you get level 3, they'll make you 4. If you get level 4, they'll make you 5. If you get 5, they'll make you 6. If you make you 8, make you 9. If you make 9, they'll make you 10. So if you make 9, this 2164, even though you're only supposed to have access to be paid on 19,683 people, they're going to bump you to that level 10. You're going to be paid on 59,000 people. Incredible in your matrix. And for those of you that really push in that first 30 days and you achieve the level 10 without being bumped, they both will bump you to this, they will both bump you to this, the 88,572. So you'll get an extra almost 30,000 people that you're being paid from, and you will get additional profit sharing of 1.1% of crowdfunding. So there's going to be an additional 1.1% of crowdfunding money that's going to go to just the pace setters that hit this goal. And they'll split it. If there's 10 of them, they split it 10 ways. If there's 100 of them, they split 100 ways. And you also will split an equity share of 5% of ENDOTECH stock. So again, as many as there are, we'll split that 5%. These are incredible, incredible opportunities. This is what we're just talking about, 1.1% divide of every contribution. That means 1.1% of every pack bought worldwide on DAISY. The pace setters will split that 1.1%. There's not going to be a ton of pace setters. That's an incredible, incredible, incredible passive opportunity, income opportunity. Again, for your pace setters, the DAISY Infinity Club. If you hit the DAISY Infinity Club, you will earn 1% on all crowdfund packs from your entire UNILEVEL team to infinity. Anybody else who gets that DAISY Infinity Club below you, you will get a 100% match on the first generation of them. And you will get a 50% match on the second generation of them. How do you achieve this? You reach $1 million in total team funding in the first 30 days, or you reach $10 million whenever. This is a big goal. Definitely not easy to achieve. The other ones are a lot easier to achieve, in my opinion, including even that generation level 10, especially because you only really have to get 9. This is a tough one, but if you work hard, your team works hard, you can do really, really well with some of these extra bonuses. Okay, so this is the UNILEVEL residual trading bonus information. So these levels open up based upon the generations. So as it says here, levels 3 through 10 follow matrix rules to qualify for levels, right? So the same way you qualified for the levels, the generations before, you qualify here. Again, you automatically earn for levels 1 and 2. So everybody will get 3.5% of everybody on level 1, 2% on level, or excuse me, 1% on level 2. That's for everyone. And then whichever ones you qualify for, you will also get 1% on each of these levels. And full dynamic compression pays to qualified members. What that means is if you haven't qualified for one of these levels, but one of your people has, that will go to someone else in spillover. Here's another DAISY Infinity Club information. Again, earn 1% on your trading profits from your entire UNILEVEL family, 100% on your first 2 people who hit it in your UNILEVEL family, and 50% on the second generation. And you can only count up to 50% from any personal enrollment line, which means you can't have one line that does 55 or 100 or anywhere from 51 to 100% of your money. So it has to be spread out amongst people. You can't have like one guy and his team really doing everything for you to hit this bonus. So as we talked about, there's different categories. There's 1 through 7, which the tiers, which 50% goes to DAISY Fund. Tiers 8 through 10, 70% goes to DAISY Fund. And at some point, they will be offering a option for VIP customers. VIP customers get additional bonuses, and this will begin after levels 1 through 10. So if you are doing over $100,000 and then want to buy more, you can buy into this VIP thing. We'll skip this for now, but something good to know that when you're making a bunch of money, you may want to go to those levels. Here's information on how to join DAISY. You want to download an approved Tron wallet app. You can use any of the above, Clever, Tron Wallet, or Tron Link. Highly recommend Clever. I heard that it is has the cheapest fees for conversion and sending, as well as it works best with the DAISY app. You want to prepare a TRX equivalent of a minimum of $100 or whichever category you are converting or buying. If you are converting or buying Tron, I assume, because you probably don't have Tron, please make sure you account for whatever the fees are. So don't send $100 because, for example, if you convert $100 with your Clever wallet, then you will not have enough money because you will be charged a 7% fee, and that's before you even send it. If you send money in Tron and it's worth $99 and not $100, you're not going to be able to get that package, and that accounts for any of the levels. So make sure you account for whatever the fees are. I know in Clever and Trust Wallet is a good place to buy direct if you're not converting from Bitcoin. Clever, I understand it's cheapest to convert Bitcoin. So just make sure that you are sending more to account for the fees, as well as potentially a small fluctuation and drop in the market. Again, you want to make sure you have enough Tron to fund what you want to do. And you want to purchase a minimum of entry level 1 to secure your spot in the matrix. If you are seeing this video before launch, getting in as soon as possible that day will majorly benefit you in this matrix. It'll benefit you whenever you're seeing this, but it'll definitely benefit you if you're in pre-launch, or not in pre-launch, if you're seeing this pre-launch and you're getting in as soon as possible at launch. That's it. So let's stop sharing my thing here. So that's pretty much it. I am extremely excited about this opportunity. It is everything I've been looking for in a platform. It is in the cryptocurrency space. It is a decentralized smart contract, so there's no company involved. It is crowdfunding an incredible company with an amazingly talented, top executive or top scientist in her field, Dr. Anna Becker, and this amazing AI technology and trading, which is something that I'm very excited about in general. So it really combines all the things that I'm looking for in a platform with the right people behind it, but no company controlling it. So if you're seeing this before December 21st, get everything ready. Be ready on the morning of the 21st. We will have very, very, very early access. So make sure you are watching my website, which is thebermaninvestmentgroup.com. And there's a D before it, thebermaninvestmentgroup.com, or the Berman Investment Group on Facebook, or the Berman Investment Group chat. If you're not already involved in it, get in it. That is where the earliest links will be going out, and the earlier you go in, the better. If you are joining after the 21st, the link will be on all of those pages. Get in because it's going to be amazing. And by the time you're seeing this, if you're in later.
All right. Let's stop the share and go back to me. All right. So, God, that is a little more outdated than I thought. I didn't even realize that was before they moved the date. For those of you that are wondering why the date was moved, the date was moved from the 21st to the 4th, having nothing to do with DAISY. It was ready to go, but there was issues with Tron and the blockchain updates. And for those of you that have started your Tron situation, you see that Tron moves instantly, like in nanoseconds. And we didn't, not we, they didn't want, us to have a bad experience with slow, moving of money on something that's supposed to move and does move so quickly. So I made some notes because there's so much I want to talk about, and there's so much I need to like update since that, since that information. So some very, very important information that came out that I don't believe is in there, or that I know is not in there, is the bonus that they launched in terms of the first 48 hours. So that matrix that shows how many people you need to bring in, excuse me, not the matrix, that chart that shows you how many people you need to bring in and how much money for the first 48 hours, it's as if you brought in all of the people. Like there's no qualification. So all of those levels open up based upon what matrix, based upon what packages you buy. So the higher level packages you buy. So for example, if you bought all the way to 10, it's like you bought all the way to 10 and you also brought in all the people that you needed to bring in for the for 48 hours. After 48 hours, it adjusts to how many people you've actually brought in and how much money they brought in. So for people who are bringing in a lot of people, this is how this benefits you. One, it's going to open up all these matrices before your people have to actually get in. And everybody wants matrices open because that's what's going to cause spillover. For people who, and then obviously when you're bringing your people in, then you're going to achieve those levels, and then you continue to have those matrices open. For people who are not bringing in people, or not bringing people right away, or want to see how it works, and then their people are waiting or whatever the case may be, for those people, it's really good because for the first 48 hours, it's as if you brought in all those people. And by being in early and opening up those matrices, if you open up a high enough level pack, and it should help for everybody, but especially when you open up higher level packs, with us being in early, it's going to really result in instant money. And like we talked about in the video, it's the money is paid instantly to your Clever wallet. So the trading profits stay in there until you withdraw them. And we recommend that you leave them in, that's a long-term investment. And that the matrix money and the referral money is really where is where you take your profits, and they're paid instantly to your Clever wallet, not even to Daisy, but to your Clever wallet. And then you can either send it back to Daisy to upgrade to another package, or you can withdraw them as earnings. Or not withdraw them as earnings, already earnings in your Clever wallet. You can turn them into, Bitcoin, or keep them as TRON, or whatever you want to do. So let's talk about the early access, okay? Because this is like mind-blowingly exciting. And I've been trying to be coy about this, but letting people know. And then, but now as we get closer and closer, it is what it is. So, thankfully, due to, relationships and whatnot, we are going to have very, 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 very early access to Daisy, which is going to be huge because there are going to be 1 million people signing up for Daisy on Monday. Over 1 million people signing up on Monday. So the spillover that's going to be created by being in early is mind-blowing, and especially now with this 48-hour thing where it's like you referred all those people that brought in all that money. So you'll be able to make that money in those 48 hours, whether you ever bring in anybody or not. And then after those 48 hours, you'll still be making the money in the trading profits, and you'll still have those first 2 levels open that don't require anybody, you to bring in anybody, and you still get the benefit from the matrix. So that is like unbelievably exciting. And when I say early, I mean like really early. Like if you are on the UIGI Facebook and all of that stuff, the early access for the master class, that's not what I'm talking about. We have access before that. I can't really go into a lot of detail, but let's just say that will be happening later than this. And I will be able to send my link out before the master class links even go out, and before hundreds of thousands or potentially 1 million people come into this thing. This is incredible. And again, I'm excited about the trading part of it alone. ENDOTECH is a mind-blowingly impressive company. DR.ANNA Becker is beyond impressive, and one of the leaders in her field. And so I'm really excited about what they can achieve with this AI technology. But with even some recent developments, to be honest, with MTI, it just continues to show the importance of decentralized, a decentralized situation, like a decentralized app and a smart contract, and putting those two things together are just incredible, because there's no company controlling it. There's no company who can hold your money. There's no greedy CEO who can disappear. There's none of those potential things that can happen in this situation. The smart contract, which is, explained in the video, but is programmed into the code of the computer, and it's already done. And once it's done, it can't be changed. Dr. Anna Becker can't change it herself. So those numbers that they showed are not pie in the sky. They're not, oh my God, we offer too much and can't pay it. They're mathematically possible based upon the money coming in. So when those people come in and the money comes in, that money's paid out, and it's paid out automatically. So to be able to combine the power of the super AI technology in a decentralized app on the blockchain with a smart contract is just, in a crowdfund situation, is just like, is everything, in my opinion, that you can ask for. And it's why I'm so excited about this opportunity. I was excited about this opportunity before it, but to be honest with you, after the recent developments of MTI, it made me even more excited, because it made me realize the importance of these type of deals. It made me realize the importance of having some or most that are decentralized smart contracts. That to me is, I don't want to say is everything, but is everything. And to show you guys, because I've always been, for those of you that have been with me for, a while, I've always been an open book in terms of what I'm doing. Some of you asked me privately. I don't think I've said on any of these things in terms of what level I'm going in at, on Monday. I'll be going in at level 8. And the only reason why I'm telling you guys that, it's not to brag, it's not to, or any of that. It's actually just for the other reason that, I'm very excited about this. I think it's an amazing opportunity. And as I've always told you guys, although I'm not a, licensed financial advisor or certified planner or any of those things, I'm just a successful investor. I go hard into some things. I go light into others. I go really hard into other things. I'm really excited about this. I'm going hard into this. I believe in this. And I want you guys to know that I believe in this, and that I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And this is what I'm doing. Again, nobody should spend any money that they can't afford to lose. Nobody should be spending, always invest what you can, afford to lose. But I am, going in hard, because I feel like this is an incredible opportunity, and our early access is going to make a ton of extra money. So I'm just really, really excited about this opportunity. What am I missing here? Okay, so let's talk about setup. So for those of you that have not already gotten your TRON, when we get off of this call, please get your TRON right away. Because for some people, it's been very easy and it's taken a few minutes. And for others, including myself, it has not been easy at all. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Eric. I've said many times how grateful I am for this group. And when I introduce new people to this group, I talk about, because everyone talks about me all the time, but what I always talk about is how amazing I think the group is for each other, and what a great community and family, it's become. And, when almost anybody in my group asks me, or anybody in my group asks me for anything, whether it's, oh, can I send you this so you can buy me Bitcoin or do this or whatever, whatever the case may be, I've always done it. And when I've needed it, it's been done for me. And that's, what happened here. I had problems, and we worked through it as, as a team and as a family together. So that's what we're going to do with, that's what I'm going to do with you guys. And we're going to get through this, but hopefully most of you have already done it. And for those of you that haven't done it already, hopefully you'll have easy times, which most people have. It's just for some reason, certain people, certain cards, certain banks or whatever, make it more difficult. So there are 2 ways that you can get TRON. There's lots of different options, and I'll give you the options, but there's 2 ways that you can get TRON. You can either buy TRON directly, or you can convert Bitcoin or buy Bitcoin and convert it to Tron. So you can either buy Tron or you can convert from Bitcoin to Tron. So the problem is there's not a lot of places where you can buy Tron. So the two places where you can buy Tron are either the Trust wallet or actually on the Clever wallet directly, which is the wallet that you use for your ultimately where you want to have your Tron, where you're going to fund DAISY from. So what you want to do before you make this purchase, if you haven't already done it, before you make this purchase, you want to call your bank, because it's an international company that processes your order, and it is in the cryptocurrency space, and that is considered a risky thing for banks, and this will prevent a lot of problems. Yes, you can do it afterward, but I highly recommend you do it before. Not only will it get declined most likely if you don't do it before, but I feel like things work better when there's not a decline to get things started, because I just think it might throw things more off track. So I feel like the people that have done it in this way have had much more success. So you need to call your bank and you need to tell them, you need to make sure that your card is ready to do 3 things. Okay. Well, actually, before I get to that, if you can use a debit card as opposed to a credit card, I highly recommend that, because the debit card seems to work better. Okay. And then when you call the bank, you want to make sure of 3 things. 1, that your card is able to accept and to give them a heads up that you're about to make an international purchase. That's number 1. Number 2, you have to make sure that you have enough money in your account for whatever purchase you're going to make. But also part of number 2 is you have to make sure that your daily limit can cover it. That's something that I didn't, really consider, to be honest with you. I'm going in at a very high level, and I didn't really think about, limits on, debit purchases. Okay, so something to really, to make sure, so that you have the money in there and that it's not exceeding your daily limit. Because if it is, then you want to do it some tonight and some tomorrow, and there you go. And the third thing, you want to make sure that your card is set up with the 3D secure program. I have no idea what it is. It's some sort of security thing, but you have to make sure. And if it isn't, they can do it for you, I'm sure. But those are the 3 things you have to do. And let them know, call them right before you do it, and let them know, I'm about to make the purchase. I'm about to make an international purchase for X amount of dollars. And am I part of the 3D secure program? And when they tell you yes to all those things, and yes, you have enough money, and yes, it's free, fine for your daily limit, and yes, you can do international purchases, and yes, we're part of the program, then you say great, and then put that thing through. And I recommend keeping them on the phone, because if it doesn't go through, you can say, yep, it didn't go through, and sometimes they can help work you through it. Okay. Some people don't know about the 3D secure program when people have asked. If they don't know, then if the other things are all there, then go for it, keep them on the phone, and see if we can get through it. Okay. So that's what I highly recommend. That's how the process works for buying Tron directly on the Trust wallet. And if you buy it in the Trust wallet, you then would go to your Clever app. You would go to your Tron wallet. You would click receive. You would copy the address. You go to your Trust wallet. You click send. You put in the address from your Clever wallet, your Clever Tron wallet, and then you send it. Something very important with Clever. Your wallets, and I think this is with every wallet, to be honest, your wallets are separate for each coin. So you have to have, if you're sending over Bitcoin to convert, let's say, you have to have a Bitcoin wallet and a Tron wallet. Okay, so you would send it over to your Bitcoin wallet if you're sending Bitcoin, and then convert it to Tron. And if you bought it in Trust, okay, if you bought your Tron in Trust, then you're just sending to your Tron wallet. Just make sure that whatever kind of coin you're sending, that you're sending to that wallet. Like, you can't send Bitcoin to your Tron wallet in Trust. You have to send it to your Bitcoin wallet in Trust. Okay, back to the setup though. So the other place that you can buy Tron is actually in the Clever wallet. And we heard it's a little bit cheaper in Trust. But if you have problems with Trust, you can try in the Clever wallet directly. Also, there's going to be a lot of verification with this process. They're going to ask to upload your driver's license front and back. Make sure you take a picture of the front and back of your driver's license. Make sure all on like a table or something. Make sure all 4 corners of the driver's license you can see, front and back. Make sure everything's legible, no glares, no blurriness. Okay, this is all very important. Make sure all the information you input is correct. And then they sometimes ask for other things. They ask for you to sometimes hold up your credit card for a selfie. Sometimes they ask you to do a video saying, they literally send you like what to say. Just follow the instructions. Just go through the instructions of what they ask you to do. And yes, if I wasn't clear, thank you, Doc. When you call your bank, call and ask for the fraud department. That's who will handle this the best, because that's who will stop these transactions if you don't speak to them. So you want to speak to the fraud department and say, listen, I'm giving you a heads up. This is not fraud. I am making this purchase. I need you to clear this purchase for me. And I need to check these few things to make sure that it will clear. And then you go through those things. Okay. So you can do that in the Trust wallet. And as I said, and you can send it over to Clever, or you can do that directly in the Clever wallet. Okay. Either way, you click on TRON in the app, you find where it says buy, and that's it. And then the rest of it will walk you through the process. So that's how you do it if you are going from cash, basically cash or credit card. Again, I highly recommend debit card. If you are, if you have Bitcoin and you're converting, you have 2 options on where to convert. The easier option is sending it directly to Clever and just converting it, because that's where it's ultimately going. However, the less expensive option is to send it to an Exodus wallet, convert it in Exodus, and then send it over. If you are doing lower amounts, I don't think it's worth, unless you already have an Exodus wallet, I don't think it's worth dealing with another wallet personally, but I did want to let you know your options. If you are dealing with higher amounts and you're familiar with Exodus, you might want to do it because the difference in fee could make a difference, for those, thousands, in those thousands of dollars range. So those are, yes. So ultimately you want everything to be in your Clever wallet with a K, K-L-E-V-E-R. Okay. You can also use Tron wallet or Tron Link, but I highly recommend Clever. It's the one that they say will work best with Daisy, and it seems to work very well. So ultimately you want to end up with Tron in your Clever wallet, and you want to have more than what you need, because you're going to need more in case of possible things. So number one, let me back up to buying. When you're buying in Trust, it is a little under 7%. So if you are buying a $100 pack, you have to make sure that you buy 107% so that you can account for the fee. So what that means is you should do whatever your amount is times 1.07. And then whatever that number is, I'd add a little bit to it also, because you want to account for some potential fluctuations in Tron when this happens. Because the last thing you want is your $100 to end up at $99. If you have $99 in Tron, you can't get your $100 pack. If you have $12,600, you can't get your $12,700 pack. Then you'll have to get a $6,000 pack. So you really don't want that to happen. And if the 100, you really don't want it to happen, because you don't want to not be able to get in because you're $1 short or $5 short or $10 short. Okay. So add 7% and then add a little bit more on top of it when you're buying. And then, so ultimately you want everything to end up in your Clever wallet. Okay. So you're either going to buy it in Trust and send it over to Clever. You're going to buy it in Clever and it'll already be there. Or you're going to send over Bitcoin, okay, from somewhere. And you do that. Again, you have 2 options. You can send it, if you want to save a little bit of money, you can send it to the Exodus wallet, convert it there, and then send it over to your Tron wallet after it's Tron in your Clever. Or you can send it directly to Clever, convert it there, and then it'll already be there. When you convert it, it automatically goes from your Bitcoin wallet to your Tron wallet when you do it within the same app, when you do it on Clever. I've done it both ways. I can't remember the difference in fees. It's not very much when you're talking about the lower amounts. It can get a little more when you're talking about the higher amounts. Again, whatever you're more comfortable with. In terms of workarounds, if people have problems with buying Tron. Some of it was bank problems that I've had and other people have had. Some of it was problems with the company that processes the transaction, which is called Simplex. I don't know what the deal is because of whatever. Sometimes they just can't tell you why something, is declined, and it's not declined by the bank. So and sometimes it may have been because there's just a lot of people buying it right now. There's not a lot of places to buy Tron, which is actually in some ways a good thing, and obviously is causing some problems. So if you have a problem buying Tron, the workaround, it's unfortunately going to cost a little bit more, but the workaround is to buy Bitcoin and then convert it to Tron. The cheapest way to do that at the lower levels would be Cash App, because they have the lowest fees. If not, you can use Xcoins, Coinbase, CoinMama. There's a million of them out there. Okay. And then you would just send it over to either your Exodus wallet and convert it and send it over to Clever, or send it directly to Clever, your Bitcoin wallet, convert it to your Tron. So I think that's pretty much it. Once again, I will open this up for questions as soon as I'm done with the statement. I will be available tonight. I will be available all day tomorrow and tomorrow night, to make sure that everybody can get set up. If you have your people, I'm here for everybody as well. This is for all of us to get in and make a lot of money. This is a game changer. This is a game changer. But being in early at the highest level that you can go in and are comfortable going in and can afford to lose, even though you shouldn't, the more money you're going to make, because you're going to open up more of those matrices because of this 48-hour, thing. It's only for the first 48 hours you join. And that will be on the first day, and it will be on the 30th day, and it will be on the 10 months down the road. Whenever you join, you get that 48 hours. The difference is at the beginning, there's going to be so much more spillover because of all the people coming in, the million people coming in on that launch day, and because of our very privileged early access that I'm so unbelievably grateful for. And that will be a game changer. So I expect somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on the 4th, I will be sending my link out. I believe most links will be going out in the afternoon. So wherever you are in the country, look that up. That's New York time, East Coast time, somewhere in the 8 to 9:30 range. I'm going to be up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, because the second that I have my link, it's going. It's go time. So I'm going to open this up for questions, and then we'll go from there. All right.
Hey, Josh.
Yes. Is that my man?
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Farouk. How are you?
All right, man. All right. Hey, I was getting at, can you tell me what location, far as, is it Great Britain? My bank will ask that question. Great
Gotcha.
Britain or somewhere over.
That's what you meant by it. I believe it's actually ironically, or maybe not ironically, I think it's actually Israel. And I say ironically because ENDOTECH is also Israeli. But when I was looking at Simplex, what I would suggest is, or actually I can probably just look it up right now, but the company's called Simplex, and it's just simplex.com, like simple X. And that's the company that processes it. And ironically, they process for both Trust and Clever. And let's see if we can get a location from them. I thought I remembered seeing that, because I thought it was fun here. About, let's go to the about. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll check, but I'm almost positive it's Israel, not only because I remember that, but they look Israeli, and I'm Jewish, by the way, so that wasn't meant to be offensive to anybody. And it even says here, like the first guy, the CEO and co-founder, it says he's a board member of the Israeli Bitcoin Association. Yeah, this guy went to Tel Aviv University. Yeah, Israel. All right. Anybody else? All right. Well, I am recording this call. I will put it up on YouTube tonight as soon as it downloads, renders basically, and then I can upload it. And then I'll post it in the groups. In terms of how it'll work that morning, as soon as I have my access to the site, I just need to fund my account, buy the packs, and then take my referral link, and then it will go on my website, which is thebermaninvestmentgroup.com. That's THE Berman, BERMAN, investmentgroup.com. It'll go in the group chat, and it will also go on the Facebook page. And then if I am your sponsor, or you do not have a sponsor, you better be waiting by that phone regardless, and you better be ready to go, and you hit that link and go, because literally minutes, seconds will make a difference. Not that you'll make a lot of money versus no money, but you'll make more money. Like the earlier you're in, you'll make more money just because of how the matrix works. And the higher level you go in, you'll make more money because you're going to open up those matrices. Because the way it works is you can only open up the matrices that you buy. So there's a 100, a 200, a 400, an 800, a 1600. There's all those different matrices. You open up each one as you buy up those levels. So you're going to get spillover. If you open the 100 level, you're going to get spillover in the 100 level. If you open up the 200 level, you'll get spillover in the 200 level, and the 100 level. If you open up the 400 level, you get spillover in the 400, 200, and 100 level. But also, the higher level you go in, the more spillover you'll get, and the higher money you'll get, for two reasons. One, because it's a higher level matrix in terms of the money, and two, because for obvious reasons, as you go up in the matrix levels, there's going to be less people in them, which means there'll be more spillover, because there'll be less people taking the spillover, right? Because obviously everybody's going to get spillover from the 100 because everybody's in it. There's going to be less people in the 200 than the 100. There's going to be less people in the 400 than the 200. There's going to be less people in the 800 than the 400. So each matrix, the higher you go, you're not only going to get higher money, but you're also going to get more spillover because there'll be less people in that matrix. So that's why, as much as you are comfortable with pushing a little bit, if you believe in this project, it makes a difference. If you're going to do it 2 weeks from now, if you're going to do it, a little bit now and then a lot 2 weeks from now, don't wait, because there's no benefit in that. Because getting in early is really where you're going to benefit the most from this extra amazing 48 hours and the spillover that we have from our early access.
Josh?
Yes. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Josh. Do we know yet that, okay, we get sound like you're my sponsor.
Yep.
I sign up. If I'm sponsoring somebody else, do we know what we're going to do, or where we're going to find to get a string or something to sponsor somebody else under us?
The link, yeah, I don't know yet, but here's what I'm actually going to do. When I have my access and I can get into the account, I'm going to record me doing it. So maybe I'll even just go on live on Facebook. I don't know, one or the other, but I'm going to, no, because I can't do that for security reasons, but I will record me doing it. And then, unfortunately, it's going to take a minute, but it'll be a pretty short video, so it should download and upload pretty quickly. I might even be able to just send it in the group without even having to upload it to YouTube. I will get my link out as soon as I can, and then I'll record doing it but I'll also with my phone screenshot like where it is, you know, like so when I'm on, unfortunately, none of us have seen the site yet. So I don't really know until I'm in there, but I'm very good at figuring these things out quickly. So I'm going to figure it out. And when I see where it is, or if we're told where it is, you know, or whatever by the people who are getting us in, then I will not only be recording it, but I will take a screenshot of it and I'll send that in the group while we're waiting for the video to upload. So at least people can see where it is. But I'm pretty sure that you have to, just so everyone makes sure, I'm pretty sure you have to fund your account before you send your link. I think you can send your link before, but if something happens with your funding and someone funds before you, your matrix isn't going to be open and it's going to get messed up. So you should really just try and fund quickly. It really should be very easy. You should be able to sign up relatively quickly. DAISY is a decentralized, you know, app. So there's not going to be a ton of information. Make sure you have a VPN. Very, very important. If you are in the United States, Iran, or Korea, you need a VPN. If not, you're good to go. So make sure you have your VPN, you know, set up in another country, UK, Canada, wherever. And then you will just click the link, you will sign up, you will click whichever, you know, packages you are opening up, and you will fund the account. Like it'll be very similar to how you fund any of these other programs where, you know, you'll pick what you want to get, which package you want, and then it'll tell you how much to send. And then you go to your Clever wallet and you send like you normally would send, you know, Bitcoin, except it'll be Tron. And then when you send that, that's the nice thing about Tron is unlike Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin sometimes goes relatively quickly, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, sometimes a couple hours, sometimes longer than that. Tron goes instantly, like instantly. So like the second you fund it, it's in. So as soon as you see that, like refresh the screen and it's probably there. And then when it's there, then go right to where I saw the, you know, showed you the screenshot or a couple screenshots or whatever the case may be. And what the video shows you, and send it right out and get it to your people. So, and if I am not your direct sponsor, yes, I know I am encouraging you to get in as early as possible, but you should go in below your sponsor. But make sure your sponsor is ready to go. If your sponsor is not ready to go, then you know, you do what you want to, you know, what you do. I know what I would do in that situation. But if your sponsor is ready to go, then let your sponsor, you know, get in and be ready to go. I have also received a question from people who, you know, after hearing about the early access that we have, they said, well, what about, you know, my sponsor? I don't want to be disrespectful to my sponsor or, you know, do that to my sponsor. Here's my recommendation. When you get my link, if you haven't gotten it from your sponsor, send it to your sponsor and tell your sponsor. Send it to your sponsor and tell your sponsor, hey, if you have the link already, then you should use this one. And if you really want to go in below him or her, then let them sign up under that link. There's no reason that anybody should be waiting. Don't wait until the master class. You're going to miss out on tens or maybe hundreds of thousands of people who could be dropped in right after you. And you could be going in at the same time of them instead of hours before them. So that's what I would recommend in that case, to be ethical to your sponsor, but for both of you and all of you to get in as early as possible, because the earlier everyone gets in, the more money we make, period.
Hey, Josh,
Yep.
question.
Yep. Hey, Terrence.
Quick question. So let's just say Monday is going to be the most craziest day. So let's just say, for example, if I only was to go in with 300,
okay,
and that Monday I make enough money to go back in even higher on Tuesday. So would I be able to still get that spillover that I was supposed to get on Monday, or the spillover don't really happen until that Tuesday?
It depends on how many people really get in. So like the spillover happens as people get in. So the way it basically happens is it's a 310, what they call 310 force matrix. So what that means is that everybody can only have you're paid 5% on all of your direct referrals. But in terms of your 310 force matrix, you can only have 3 people below you. Okay. So now just look at me as an example. Okay. I have over 50 people who are going into this thing on launch day and more coming after that. I can only have 3 people below me. That means there's 50 plus people just from me that's going to spill over to my group. Now, think about the guy above me. Okay. The guy who's getting, the guy above me, okay, he's got a ton of spillover, okay? Then, so we're like at the top of this matrix. So will there be more people coming in? There's going to be a crap ton coming in on Tuesday. There's going to be a crap ton coming in on Wednesday. But will you miss Monday's spillover? You will miss Monday's spillover in those higher categories, yes, because the spillover happens instantly. Like when the people come in, when there's too many people, it drops to somebody else. So it's like the second they sign up and they fund their thing, it drops to somebody else. So if you're not in that matrix at the beginning, then you're going to miss out until you're in. But keep in mind that if you do make a nice amount of money in that first day, you don't have to wait till Tuesday. You can upgrade immediately. You know, so if you make enough money on that Monday, you can upgrade on Monday and then still hopefully catch, you know, part of it on the end of the day. People will be, listen, 1 million people can't go in at the same minute, right? So, so it's going to be throughout, you know, that day, and it could bleed into the next day, because who the heck knows? That's a lot of people. So there will be more spillover. But I definitely recommend upgrading as soon as you can. Like if you see the money, if your plan is to upgrade from the money from your earnings, and you see earnings in there on Monday that you can upgrade, and that's your plan, don't wait till Tuesday. You know, upgrade as soon as you can. I would definitely do that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Say, Josh.
Yep.
What in this scenario? What's the difference between a spillover and an actual sponsored person in your group?
So it's just okay. Good question. So there's so many ways that you're paid with this. So a direct referral, you will benefit from their 5% of every package they ever buy. You also benefit from 10% of all a check match of all their matrix money. Think about that. That could be huge, right? So even if you don't bring in a lot of money, let's say you're the person who brings in someone like me. Let's say you only did, you know, 300 or 700 or 1,500 or whatever, but you brought in me who comes in at 25,000, and I bring in a bunch of people and blah, 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 and I'm making a bunch of money from my matrix. All the money I make from my matrix, if I'm your direct referral, then you make 10% match on all my matrix money forever as well. Besides that, so that's the direct side that has nothing to do with the matrix. In the 3x10 force matrix, that's one of 12 ways that you're paid in the 3x10 force matrix. In the 3x10 force matrix, there's no difference between a direct referral and spillover. A person below you is a person below you. The only way it matters is in terms of the direct referral money that you get, which is the money from the packs, you know, whatever packages they buy, levels they buy, that 5%, and that 10% match on the matrix. When in the forced matrix itself, if I put you in that, if I put my 3 people in there, or I don't bring in anybody and 3 people plop in there, it makes no difference in terms of how I'm paid in the 3x10 force matrix. The only difference that it makes is what they're buying in, what level they're buying in. It doesn't matter if they're my referral or not. Someone in my matrix is someone in my matrix. And your matrix, obviously. Good question. It's a really good question. Anybody else? All right. I know there'll be more. Hopefully all of you are either in the Facebook group chat or your sponsor is. If you're on Facebook, please ask them to add you. If you're not, please make sure you're in touch with them if you need anything. Again, other than a little bit of sleep tonight and a little bit of sleep tomorrow night, probably very little, maybe none. I will be very, very available to make sure that everybody gets through this process and gets the TRON ready. So remember, the end goal is we want TRON in our Clever wallet or our TRON Link or TRON wallet, but ideally in our Clever wallet, our TRON Clever wallet. It's called Clever, but it's your TRON wallet because it's TRON. So you want your money in TRON, and you want to make sure that it's more than what you need for that pack, because you could lose a couple bucks overnight. So make sure you don't end up with exactly $100, because then you can end up with 98. Go as high above as you can, you know, because just make sure that you have the extra room, because the last thing you want is scrambling around for $5 or $10 or $20 or having to purchase more TRON or convert more Bitcoin or figure that out in the last minute. Okay, so just make sure that you have more so that when you wake up, you know, on Monday, you make sure you have enough in there to purchase whatever level you're trying to go in at.
Josh, quick
Yes.
question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talking about here, on our exchange rate, we got our fees, and then of course we have, if we're sending, we got a sending fee and that. Once we get
The sending
TRON,
fee sometimes I've noticed are nothing or very, very minimal.
yeah, they're just a couple bucks.
Yeah.
But it's still, I mean, if you wind up being at $100 or 101, and it's $100.50,
Right.
99.50.
Exactly.
For what we cover those, what we got in there. I'm not familiar with TRON.
Mhm.
How much does it fluctuate that we would recommend so it doesn't fluctuate and we miss our number?
Yeah, I haven't seen it go. I mean, if we went in early, like if you bought Tron a while ago, you might have seen a fluctuation. It was above 3 cents. Now it's at 2.6, 2.7, you know, something like that. But in a couple days, I haven't seen that much of a swing. It seems to be sometimes in a week or 10 days. So now that we're within, you know, we're within 36 hours of launch, you know, of launch. So I think at this point, you're not going to really see very much.
So 2-3%.
I think that, yeah.
Extra.
Yeah, because I think I saw like a bad week was like it was like 7%, you know, 7% in down in a week. I think that was actually even this week. But that was in a full week. I don't expect that in a couple days, although, you know, I don't know, and obviously, you know, nobody can predict these things. Speaking of updates and nobody can predict these things, that video was obviously from, I think that was an earlier one. From the December, that was right before, I guess, Christmas. And then obviously in Christmas it hit 25, and now we cruised past 30 the other day or last night, and now we're at 32.8. So if you're watching this, I might as well time stamp this because it's moving so quickly. It's January 2nd, 9:32 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the current value of Bitcoin is $32,803.42. Crazy. So any of you that have held your Bitcoin to convert, like myself, for the part you're not purchasing, or if you're not purchasing at all and you're just converting, nice work. Because it's been a great few weeks for Bitcoin. Holy. Anybody else?
I've jumped almost 2 positions by holding it. Well, I did something else too, but I took advantage of the exchanges. I jumped 2 positions for free just by holding Bitcoin instead of dollars.
It's amazing. It's really been a nice run. I've needed to buy less Tron because my Bitcoin is worth so much more now. So I even bought some more even bought a little more during the dip today. So, because that thing's it's not stopping. I thought it was going to stop near 30, and it didn't even stop near 30. Blasted near past 30, straight to 33, and then it dropped again down to 31, and now it's back up almost 33 again. Amazing. It's amazing.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Marcy.
Hi. Just for clarification, because I have a lot of my group here and some are very new to this.
Absolutely.
Let's say they come in at level 4.
Okay.
Okay, so they pay for the 3 levels plus below, you know, for 1, 2, 3, and 4. When they are trading, they're still going to have on each of those levels, level 1 still going to be trading, and then they're going to have level 2, and it's going to be trading as well, and level 3 is going to be trading. Is that how that works?
Yeah, well, in terms of the trading, it actually all your money goes together. So if, let's say, you did level 4, which is the 1,500, so half of that would go to trading. So $750 would go to trading. It would all go together. And then when in the D.ALSY app, wait a second here. Let me share my screen real quick. You guys still see my screen or no? I'm not sharing my screen.
Yep.
Oh, you can?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm just seeing you.
Oh, yeah. Hold on one second here. Let me, how's that?
Yeah, we're there.
All right. So, oh, there. Where's the D.ALSY? There it is. Okay. So if you look, okay, so using this as the example. So if you do level 1, right? $50 is going to go to the trading and $50 is going to go to the crowd fund. So now this shows the 2 screens. So the first screen is showing the crowd fund. So this is just showing overall what's going on with the money that is in DAISY, basically. This is your like other information on it. It shows your equity, it shows how much money you have in there, it shows with your pack level, and it has all of your like your personal referrals, how many members are in your thing. This is like your overall, you know, information. And then in terms of the rest of DAISY, the crowd part of DAISY. And then this is the fun part, that is the trading part. Okay. So in this case, this is actually using the $1,500 level. That's what this is the $1,500 level, because as you can see, 50% went. So $750 went to trading. And in this example, the $750 is now worth $1,007.57. So they've made the profit.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see, so it'll be all there together. So using that example, if you pay the 1,500, your matrix money, you're going to have different matrices open, but this is where it'll all keep track of it. But if you see right here, you can click on each level. So remember how I mentioned you'll have a matrix for each level? So you can click on, you'll be able to click on each level. So you'll see, here's my level 1 matrix, my level 2 matrix, my level 3 matrix, my level 4 matrix. And if you go to level 5, here's my level 5 matrix. So this will show you your different matrices, your people, your, you know, all of that stuff, your money and all that. And then this is the other half of it, the trading. And this will all be bulked together into one 50% if you're at level 1 through 7, and 70% if you go in at level 8 or above. And then it'll show you what package you're at, like, well, how much money you have trading, and then how much you have currently in there. And you can watch it, you know, all day basically. I mean, not all day.
Thank you. That took the mud off of it.
No problem.
Josh, one quick question.
Yes.
In those, where would we see the monies that are going to be the earnings that we can use to increase our levels on that, like that?
So
screen?
you'll see that basically here on this one.
Okay.
But once you're paid, you're going to just see it ding in your Clever wallet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, that's what's so amazing about it, is anything other than, let's go to that slide real quick. Okay. So all of this, it's called upfront income, because the second, this is where the smart contract comes into play, right? It's all programmed like a when this, then this, and then this is the how much you're paid, right?
Sure.
So all of this is upfront income. So as soon as the when this is triggered, right, the then this is you're instantly paid to your Clever wallet.
Okay.
So the things that cause that are the 310 force matrix, the personal referral bonus, which is the 5% bonus, right? The matrix check match bonus, which is that 10% that I was telling you about, where, so again, if let's say I make, you know, let's say I made $239,000 in the matrix, you would make $23,900 instantly as soon as I get my pay from, as soon as mine hits my wallet, you get 10% instantly to your wallet. That's the matrix check matching bonus. And then the pace setter and infinity bonus are the ones that are related to the real builders, when you start bringing in people and those type of things. And
then
then
calculate it up. It's just all going to wind up in our wallet, and just use our wallet and go.
Yep. So you'll literally you'll see it in your wallet. You'll probably get emails to it. Oh no, wait, there was no email when we signed up with Clever. Yeah. So you just watch your Clever. I don't know if there's notifications. We'll see what happens. But I mean, yeah, it'll instantly pay to your wallet. And then as soon as you have enough to get to the next level, you can just buy up to the next level.
Okay.
So yeah, so like I was using this example, you know, so if you're at level 10, if you get up to level 9, they bump you to level 10, and everyone buys in just at the 100 level. Once the matrix fills up, it's $239,000. And then again, for whoever your sponsor is, excuse me, the hiccups, they would make a 10% match on that. And you're making all these also, because you're making it all the way up. You know, like that's the whole thing of this, is that you're because of you're every generation that you open, you're going to make that level and everyone above it, or I guess below it, or whatever you want to call it. That's why you have to buy into each of the levels. That's why you can't just do level 7, because when you do level 7, you're buying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because you're being paid on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Gotcha.
Right? So, and this is the one this is the chart actually that I wanted to show when we were talking about this 48 hours. So normally, if you don't refer anybody, you can access these 2 levels. Okay? 0 referrals, 0 money needed from your referrals. For the first 48 hours, all of these are 0, 0. Okay? That's why this is crazy. For the first 48 hours, all of these are 0, 0. So it means whichever level you open up based upon your pack, right? Because if you only buy the first pack, you still only open, you have these are all 0, but you only buy into the 100 level, right? So it opens up all of these depending on which level. So if you buy in at level 5 or 6, all of these, let's say you buy in level 6, this is all 0s. So you have the potential of making, I mean, this when the matrix fills up, because this is not even that big of a matrix that you have to fill up. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of people coming in this. I mean, this I hate to say should, but it almost should happen like that day if you open the level. I mean, I really feel like this is going to be, you know, this is going to be crazy. People in, you know, I wouldn't do this if this was just this matrix thing. The trading is going to be incredible alone. But people in matrices early and people that have big matrices make a lot of money in matrices. So the fact that we have both of those things on our side, in addition to the amazing trading side, that's why I'm pushing, you know, harder than I originally thought. I'll be honest. I was going to go in. I originally started out, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I originally started out the 6,300 level. And then I decided to go to the 12,000 level. And then I decided to go to the next level. Just because the more news came out, the more I realized this is a big opportunity. And I really just wanted to, you know, to go for it. So that's my plan.
So Josh, hi, it's Cora. I just wanted to clarify if in the first 48 hours, the first 2 columns are blocked out, wouldn't it be the same if you come in at, sorry, I'm trying to focus my thoughts here. Like you're saying, it depends on what level you come in at, but if you only bought $100, the first level, because columns 2 and 3 are 0, wouldn't it mean that your full matrix is open?
No.
And if your matrix fills up,
the way that I understand it is that there's typically 3 things that open a level. It's what you buy into, your referrals, and the money from your referrals.
okay, but when you say
Hold on
what you buy,
give me 1 second. So let's forget about the first 48 hours for a second, okay? Let's assume that didn't exist, that whole special thing. If I brought in 12 people and $8,000, but I only bought into level 3, I'm only opening these 3 matrices, the way I understand it. So you have to do this part, and this part to open all of these things. Now, because of the first 48 hours, these will be zeroed out. But that's why and the reason why I believe that is if you listen to the way it was explained by Rabu and Jeremy, this is why they're saying to go in as high as you can, because you're going to open up these levels without having to do this part of it. Because otherwise you wouldn't need to go in that high. Like you said, everybody would you just buy 100 and fill up the whole matrix. You need to,
yeah,
because here's the thing. Let me show you this part of it. Here, this is how I know. Because when you go and buy, from what I understand, you're going to go on this thing and you're going to click purchase, right? And you're going to click purchase. You have to purchase these things to open the matrix. This is a matrix that's already opened. This is one that's not open. This can't open without this. Can't open without you purchasing it. So the 200 level can't open without you purchasing it. You just don't need the qualifications that you need from the people for the first 48 hours.
See, and I'm thinking that these are the generations that will pay in the matrix compensation part based on the people that you refer and the amount that they bring in. Now, if the people you refer and the amount they bring in don't apply initially, like, you should still be able to fill your matrix. If you only paid 100, you only get paid on the first 100. Like, you're not going to get paid on the higher levels that people buy, obviously.
Right. Oh, no, absolutely. No, you're right. No, you're right. But what I'm saying is, but it's only on the 100 matrix. So yes, you can have the 10 generations open, but it's only on the 100 matrix.
Right. So in this, what you're showing us, you could have up to 88,000 people that you get paid on their $100 level, which would give you that $346,000.
Yes. I don't think you can. Yes.
You know, if your matrix fills up in that first, which of course would give you lots of time to upgrade and
absolutely,
and, get your packs right up to maximum out.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, by the time, and the thing is it's not like you have to get to all the people in there, the 59,000 people, before you get paid. You're going to get paid as people come in. So if you're starting at the 100 level, that money could come in pretty quickly, and then you could just go and open the second one. Like, when hopefully people, I don't know what people are doing, but I hope people are dedicating a good part of their Monday, to this opportunity, because when you go in, if you're going in at pretty much any level but the top, in my opinion, even if you're going in where I'm going in, when I have the money for the next level, that's going right back in, and I'm going to open up that next level, because there's going to be more and more spillover the quicker that you open it up. So yeah, the quicker you can go in and upgrade yourself to the other ones, the quicker you open up the the other matrices.
Right, and you'll get paid on the higher levels instead of the lower ones. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, like, I don't see anyone sleeping for 48 hours.
No, not honestly. I mean, the only reason why I'm going to try and sleep on Sunday is just because I want to be clear-headed on Monday. But I also don't want to. I want to be up early, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to even sleep. I think it's going to be one of those things where it's like you catch like an hour and a half, and then the alarm goes off, and you're like, oh my God, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then again, like, I'm going to be watching it the whole time, and obviously I'm going to be helping people with getting them in, because I not having access to the platform until it opens adds a new level of excitement and potential, whatever. So we need to make sure that we're all in communication and and helping each other to get through problems and get everyone signed up and in as possible, because the way it's been explained to me, and it's been explained to me in personal voice messages from people that matter, is that unless we have major problems, that my entire team and my team's team should be in before the main links even go out. So, I mean, that is like, I can't even explain how big that is. And it's now, this delay in being January 4th is now, they think there's gonna be 1 million people going in that day, which is
crazy.
Yeah, mind blowing.
Yeah. Great.
So, well, good. Now I know. Well, Cora, now I know who's going to be up if I can't sleep that night.
Oh yeah, I'll be up.
All right. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Josh, I got one quick question on the page you're on now. When we come in, when we buy in our level, if we're buying in at, like, say, the 400 pack level, will we purchase here, or we purchase here and here? We just purchase here, right?
So when you say here and here, you mean here and here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I can't see what you're pointing at.
I'm sorry.
I don't know exactly. What my guess would be is, what I'm going to try and do is, I don't think it's going to make you send one at a time, especially because, like, for example, when you buy the 8 tier, 70% is going in to the trading. How would they know that if you have to buy 1, 2, whatever. So
Okay.
what, and again, I'll figure this out that morning and I'll let you guys know. But what I'm going to try and do when I first get in is I'm going to see if I can go to my pack and just purchase it and then see if it'll just total it all up for me, basically. And, you know, I go to my, you know, level 8 and just click purchase and see what it says. Because it's either going to say, okay, and it's going to give me the total amount for 1 through 8, or it's going to tell me you have to open up 1 through 7 before you do this. And then if that's the case, I'll just click and see if I can click from one to the next and do some sort of at once. But again, I don't know until that morning. I can't imagine they're going to make you purchase separately. I would hope that you can click purchase, almost like you're like shopping, right? And then pay for everything in your cart.
It almost looks like in the $200 or $400, it says packs compress up to 400. It may be that we hit that one spot and it does it like you said, all the others.
No. What compress means is that has nothing to do with purchasing. What compress up to 200 pack members means is, so let's assume that you have, let's assume you, I know you're not, but let's assume you go in at only the 100 level. And then someone buys in below you at the 200 level. The 200 pack will compress to your 200 pack members above you or below you because you can't have them in your matrix. You haven't opened it.
Okay.
So that's the whole reason why you want to unlock it. Because this is what it's saying. 200 packs compress up to 200 members because yours is locked. So basically, right now in this scenario, for this person who's, you know, whose slide this is, this person has only bought the 100 pack, right? So we're looking at their 100 matrix. You can see right here it's purchased, right? This is what their their full thing is, and then this is saying they can upgrade, and that right now any 200 packs in their matrix are being compressed into the 200 pack people.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry.
No worries. No worries at all. It's good clarification for people. And there's two things. There's spillover and compression. So spillover is the people that end up in your matrix, right? And compression is people that are pushed into your matrix because other people didn't buy up high enough packs, right? So for example, and there's a slight difference. So let's say, Doc, you go in at whatever, at 3,000 level, and you get in early, and then all of a sudden you get people spilling into your thing. You're going to get spillover in every level you've opened. So you're going to have 100, 200, 400, 800, 1500. I think that's it, right? Whatever, all the levels that you've opened up. Okay. That's spillover. You'll have those people in all of those levels. Okay. Now, but let's say you have one person that you bring in that bought that has let's say someone you brought in buys in at the 1500 level, but they have someone like you bought in at the 6,000 level. Okay, so someone you brought in bought only a level 4, and one of their people bought in at level 6. Okay, so that level 6, they're in that other person's matrix, but in those 2 levels that person isn't in, it will compress to you. That make sense?
If we own those levels.
If you own those levels, right? It'll be compressed it will be compressed to the people who own those levels.
Okay,
gotcha. If it's not you, it would be me. If it's not me, it'd be the guy above me. You know, like whoever bought those levels, there are people at those levels. So it'll get compressed to the closest person at those levels. And then if it doesn't move to that person, I'll move to the next person, I'll move to the next person.
Again, the more reason for buying as high as you can.
Absolutely. That's the whole thing, because you can't, it's not like for example, if Joe Smith spills into if I buy in at level 2 and Joe Smith buys in at level 8, he could spill over into my 1 and 2. If I upgrade later, I don't get Joe Smith back in my other levels. He's already spilled over into other people's things.
Gotcha. Okay.
I like this. This has been the most intense DAISY talk I've ever been involved with. I like this. This is good. All right. Anything else?
Hey, Josh, it's Marcy again. Once you download this, is this only Should we only give this to people that are in, or can we give this out to prospects?
Oh, you can give this to everybody.
You're wonderful. Thank you.
No problem. All right. And now I'm going to hop on, when I get off here, I'm hopping on a call with the guy who was originally my sponsor in a lot of these things, but he's actually going in under me tomorrow or Monday. So I'm getting him set up with his TRON. And as I said, I will be up for a number of hours tonight to help people all day tomorrow and tomorrow evening. I am dedicating, this is all I'm doing. So please get in touch. Let me know if there's, have any problems. We've been through them. We can help work around them, figure out other solutions, and we'll get through this together. This is a big opportunity. So if you want in this, and I don't see why you wouldn't want in this, if you want in this, let's get through this, get set up as quickly as possible. Let's get the TRON in the Clever wallet, and we'll be ready to go. All right. All righty. I will immediately do the rendering of the video. As soon as it downloads, I'll send it out to YouTube, send it out in the groups, and then I will be in touch with you all in the chats. Oh, also, hopefully this will be fixed, but in case it isn't, there's been a problem with my Facebook that fortunately the chats are fine, but I can't seem to comment or do any posts on Facebook. I think I'm in Facebook jail for some reason. So, if that doesn't get resolved, I will be using my wife's account, same last name, Melissa Berman. That's where I will be posting things in the group and whatnot. So, but the chat is fine. So that'll be fine in terms of communicating with me. And then we will go from there. I think I covered everything I wanted to. Alrighty. If there's nothing else, thank you all very much. Very excited. I'm excited for the year. This is a great way to kick it off. And I will, I'm sure, be in touch with most or all of you in the next 36 hours. See you guys soon.